answer is no. I think there's things we'll be discussing with the Israelis what they're going to do, but all seven of us agree that they have a right to respond, but they should respond in proportion.
Ever since Iran attacked Israel and demolished much of the Nevatim airbase, there have been talks of Israel taking a counter attack on Iran, and for this there have been talks, there have been contacts with the US officials. The Major General of US Army has arrived in Tel Aviv to have the US Army bases in the Middle East to coordinate with the war efforts. So, at the same time, President Joe Biden told that if Israel wants to retaliate, if Israel attacks nuclear sites of Iran, they will not collaborate. They will back out. And next day, he again reiterated that if Israel attacks oil fields of Iran, US will not cooperate. It will not participate in the war. And then there have been a quiet for some time. But yesterday there was a lot of talks that the strike can happen within 24 hours. But we can see that nothing happened. And in between these talks and what can happen, Iran has been taking safeguards. It has increased its security around the oil fields, around nuclear sites, around important economic sites of Iran, and it also closed its airspace yesterday night to today morning. So what is going on? It looks like there is lots of posturing, nothing more than posturing, because the war has not started. The other thing is that if Israel strikes Iran, then it is going to be start of world war, which nobody wants. It is very clear. And if you see the types of war Israel engages itself, you can see it is more of guerrilla wars or small wars. So recently you have seen the Israeli forces have entered Lebanon. So they are fighting on a small scale. Before that, you can see Israeli forces demolished much of Gaza and some other places in the past, but not any very major war it could afford. So if Israel has to wage a war with Iran, Iran is a big country and it is going to be a big war. So Israel has no experience of that sort of a war. At the same time, if you see the capabilities, Israel has upper hand as far as the fighter jets and air attacks and missiles are involved. But apart from that, the surface war, the actual army invading any part of any other country, Israel does not have any upper edge. In fact, Iran has far superior capabilities. It has bigger army. Like Iran has more than 6 lakhs of army personnel, whereas Israel only has 1 lakh 50,000 something. So they no match. Then the tanks, Iran has more number of tanks. Then Iran has uh, better experience because its army uh, has been training with the Russian army, and they are capable of doing more than what Israel can do. So uh, in all, if the war starts, it is going to be very big, and it will be trouble for the entire world because if that happens, the Iran-Iraq war starts, then major forces like China and Russia, they will also get involved. And of course, Israel cannot do it itself. It has to rely on US. So that kind of thing, it will not happen. So this means Iran will not be attacked by Israel. But what Israel can do and what it is invading Lebanon, it is invading the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, that kind of sort of things. So again, the question is if the world war can start. So definitely not. But the interests of the different countries in the Middle East, they have large number of conflicts. They are not on the same page. They are not on the same table where they can negotiate things. So that kind of situation is there. So overall, if you see that again, coming back to capabilities. So Israel has nuclear weapons. Iran did not had, but yesterday there was reports of earthquake in the desert of Iran near Semna, and it was measured at 4.6 Richter scale. So this kind of earthquake is noticed whenever there was a nuclear test anywhere in the world. And the other thing was that this desert never had any earthquake. So this means Iran has tested its nuclear bomb, and for that they prepared the area. They prepared the bomb was exploded 10 kilometers under the earth. So that is why there was an earthquake. So Iran has not confirmed, but sources say Iran has successfully tested its nuclear bomb. So now you can say Iran also has nuclear bomb. So so this means Iran is not inferior to Israel. And we also saw when Iran attacked Israel and it fired 200 missiles, and that showed that the much touted defense system of Israel failed. The Iron Dome, the three kinds of anti-ballistic missiles it has under its arms, they failed. And what is the reason? The reason is that uh, the the Iron Dome can detect and fail smaller and and much inferior missiles. But if very powerful missiles are fired, they are not able to intercept them, and that is why the Iranian missiles were they landed successfully, they exploded and damaged the Nevatim air base to much extent. So one part is there that Israel now will have to think. It was only means there. It was showing that nobody can in, no, enter the Israel airspace, and it is capable of destroying anything coming inside Israel airspace. So Israel now knows that if war comes, if war happens, then Iran can do much damage to Israel. The other thing is that Israel is very small, and it has say what they have only six power plants and two refineries and some 5-6 desalination plants. And like the Nevatim Air Base was the major one from where all its air capabilities used to come, like the F-35 fighter jets were kept there. And if Iran attacks, it needs to attack only some facilities. Like if Iran can fire 500 missiles, it will completely destroy Israel. Compared to that, if you see, Iran is very large, and Israel will have to fire something like 4,000-5,000 missiles to destroy Iran. So you can see the difference, and if the war happens, then how things can happen. The other thing is the cost involved, because Iran, when it launched 200 missiles, it cost them hardly $200 million. And to save Israel, it launched anti-ballistic missiles, which may have cost $500 million, more than that. So even when Israel was defending itself, it costed more than what Iran spent on attacking Israel. So one angle is that. The other, the financial aspect is that Israel has been waging war with Hamas, with Hezbollah, with other forces, and the war costs a lot. So for how long Israel can survive in launching wars against its enemies, right? So financial aspect is also there. Israel is a small country. So in a nutshell, it is very difficult to say that a war between Iran and Israel will happen. Very, very difficult. But nobody knows the future. But one thing is for sure: if Iran-Iraq war happens, then it will be start of World War, and nobody will be spared. Every country will be involved, and very, very difficult situation will arise, and the existence of human race will be at stake.